All right, how's it going, guys? It's your boy Stas here. Of course, got the double espresso on deck. How could I not, especially on a green day like today? Cheers, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in as we have to go over not only SoFi stock, but the indices here and a couple companies that just reported earnings like Taiwan Semiconductor, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock. We have a lot to cover. So, guys, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join the Patreon for my private portfolio updates, my private Discord as well. That's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfs.com/Patreon. And now, cheers again. Let's get into it. So we are up across the board. Like I said, S&P's currently up about 0.6%. Dow's up 0.8%. The NASDAQ, which got hit yesterday aggressively, is bouncing back over 1% today as the Russell is leading the green, leading the way up over 1.25%. And I think the Russell is hitting another all-time high today. So small caps to start 2026 have been going nuts, right? Crazy year, year to date for the Russell. And all the indices, quite frankly. SPY just hit an all-time high, 2 days ago. It looks like we're about to hit another one coming up here. QQQ is not yet at all-time highs, but it is about to break out. My alert set at 6:30. I think that's the breakout spot like we've been discussing. So that's approaching a big spot here. The Dow just hit all-time highs, I think 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So we're looking phenomenal, guys, on the charts. Small caps are leading the way, and that's been the story so far year to date for the most part. And I think the Nasdaq's going to hit all-time highs. It might take another week of earnings or maybe some big tech earnings to start reporting. You know what I mean? Big tech companies to start reporting. That will push the Nasdaq to all-time highs, in my opinion. But until then, we're kind of in limbo. We're trying to break out. But it's only a matter of time, in my opinion. So SoFi right now is currently trading over $27. So this is exactly what you want to see on the charts if you're a bull, that is, right? We're up over 1.2%. Look, we're putting in another higher low today. This is exactly what you want to see. You're noticing it, especially here on the 1-hour chart. Notice how yesterday we held $26. I think we covered that in my update yesterday. And now, as of this video, we're putting in another higher low right near open. Right when the stock market opened, SoFi chopped around. You'll see it on the intraday. It chopped around 26.75, 26.50 a little bit, and then we committed to breaking through here. We got to 27.33, so that goes to show, again, another higher low is being put in. You're noticing it here on the 1-hour chart. Now, if we get this thing pushing towards 28, 28.50, and we start pushing through there, that would be the breakout spot. That would be where SoFi starts to go. But I think it's going to take earnings or, maybe a couple of days before earnings, the hype that starts to build up. That's what's going to get us through. But we're not confirming it yet. All we're noticing is, again, subtle signs. The subtle higher lows are being put in. Now we just have to get that momentum through 27, through 28 a share, which has been the problem for SoFi over the last couple of weeks, months for that matter, So I'm going to set my alert right now. The stock's at 26.98. I'm going to set one at 27.50. Mark is at or above, and I'll do another one, why not, at $28, or maybe we'll do it at 28.50. 28.50 a share. So what do you guys think? I know a lot of you are along SoFi. I am as well. But it's like watching paint dry. We're waiting for the breakout. We've been waiting. And yeah, we're seeing that higher low being put in today. I like that. I like the green day. But we're not getting the huge momentum that we need to see. So my alerts are set, 27.50, 28.50. Now let's go into some earnings. By the way, guys, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Follow along if you haven't done so already. I think a lot of you, based on my analytics, you watch the content, but you're not hitting that subscribe button. You're not subscribing. So make sure you do that. I appreciate you all for tuning in as always. So TSM, holy moly, man, this thing is ripping today. 5.5%, 6% in the green. And this was in an ascending triangle to end off last year. You guys remember that, right? We called it out. And really, since the beginning of 26, I think on the first trading day, we started breaking out of the triangle here, and since then it's been clear blue skies. TSM is now at 345, and the company did well. I'm pretty sure they double beat. I mentioned this in my TikTok video earlier. We covered their earnings. Let me see if they're even on here. What the heck, guys? Are they even on Thinkorswim? They have to be. Yeah, here we go. $3.14 EPS. That beat the $2.79 expected, and sales came in at $33.73 billion versus $33.27 billion. So double beat out of TSM. And it looks like here they're projecting Q1 26 revenue of $34.6 to $34.8 billion, with gross margin of 63 to 65%, and operating margin of 54 to 56%. So double beat out of TSM. Looks like their guidance is strong. Juicy gross margins at 63 to 65%. And yeah, it looks like Taiwan Semiconductor CEO, he silenced the skeptics, it says here, as profits rocket 35%, saying AI is real. No kidding, man. AI is real. And yeah, at this point, it's breaking out. Like I said, the triangle we called out is looking beautiful. And would I FOMO into TSM now? The reality is no. I think the move has, not that the move's been made. I mean, I think there is more upside longer term for TSM. But if we're looking at it in the short term now, let's say you're not in TSM and you want to hop in, I would rather wait for a pullback. I think right now it's a little too hot, a little oversold. If I was in it as a trade, I would be selling right now into the strength. If I'm in it as a long-term investment, I would just be holding. So yeah, this looks pretty good to me, man. Great earnings, strong comments from the CEO and the CFO. So a lot of big things coming from TSM. And yeah, there is risk with China. There's always risk with China there. But it looks like we're hitting all-time highs regardless. Look at this stock chart, man. Unbelievable. And over the last 3 years, this stock has gone bananas. Insanity. So that's TSM. Great quarter out of them. That's bringing up pretty much the entire market, I would argue. A lot of these other AI stocks, Nvidia's moving 3.5%, 3% right now. AMD's up over 6%. Applied Materials 8%. So TSM is helping the entire market today, no doubt. Morgan Stanley is as well. The stock's up 6%, guys. MS is the ticker. And you've seen the banks start to report. We had JP Morgan, Citi, right? Wells Fargo. A lot of these got hit. I think all of them sold off after earnings. So now that we're getting a pop out of Morgan Stanley, that's promising. I like that. So Morgan Stanley reported earnings per share of $2.68. That beat the $2.41 expected, and sales $17.89 billion versus $17.77 billion. So double beat out of Morgan Stanley. And it looks like here, let's come up a little bit. Wealth management revenue came in at $8.42 billion. Institutional securities equity revenue $3.6 billion. Anything else on guidance or anything on guidance? Not really. Not that I'm seeing. But yeah, they double beat, man. Their segments look like they're doing well, and the stock is almost back to all-time highs. Isn't that crazy? And I'm not surprised. It looks like a lot of these bank stocks, they got a little too beaten up, and they were all healthy pullbacks on all the charts. So yeah, we're getting a nice rebound, 6% on Morgan Stanley. It's bouncing right off that 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart. And Goldman Sachs, let's see what they did. Goldman Sachs reported, and their stock is hitting almost all-time highs, almost $1,000 a share. Goldman Sachs is up almost 5% right now. And Goldman Sachs reported earnings per share, let's pull it up here, guys. Let's see if we come down a bit. EPS of $14 and a penny versus the $11.65 estimate. So that crushed the estimate, but sales missed. 13.45 billion versus 13.79 billion. So mixed bag out of Goldman Sachs. Looks like FICC revenue 3.11 billion, up 12%. Equities revenue up 25% year over year to $4.31 billion. That's good growth there. Very good growth. Operating expenses up 18%. Wow, $9.72 billion. Looks like here. What else? They posted 2.26 billion Q4 markdowns on Apple credit card. We covered that the other day. They actually raised their dividend. Nice. They raised their quarterly dividend from $4 to $4.50. Not bad. Nice raise there for the dividend investors out there, guys. But yeah, Goldman Sachs ripping, gaining momentum. And I mean, am I going to FOMO into Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley? Probably not. I think they're overbought as well, just like TSM. But I'm curious. Let me see the other bank stocks. Are they rebounding? No. JP Morgan's actually not even up barely a percent. So if anything, man, I think JP Morgan is an interesting bank stock right now. A buy the dip opportunity. I think it rebounds. I mean, I just don't see a world where JP Morgan collapses under 300 in this environment that we're in to kick the year off, as the other banks are looking hot, like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs. I just don't see it. I think JP Morgan consolidates at about 300, 310 over the next couple of days, and then we start to make our move back up. I think this is a nice, I'm not arguing it's a trade or an investment here. I'm not going to buy it as an investment, but I would argue as a trade, a rebound play, I like JP Morgan here. I think we could see a nice $10, $15 per share rebound here. And, if you buy, I mean, I'm not telling you what to buy, but let's say you bought 100 shares or whatever you buy, you can make a decent profit on a swing trade there. So that's JP Morgan. I like it. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley looking pretty good. BlackRock is, let's see, this one's up as well. Oh my goodness, man. So this cup and handle that we called out, it looks like is playing out. The inverse head and shoulders kind of is playing out. So BLK, BlackRock, they reported earnings per share, let's see here, ladies and gentlemen, of $13.16. That's adjusted EPS, by the way. That beat the 12.2 or $12.25 expected estimate. So that's nice. They beat EPS. And they beat sales, $7 billion versus $6.68 billion. So double beat out of BlackRock. They also raised their quarterly dividend to $5.73 from $5.21. That's nice. Let's see. That's a 10% raise on the dividend. That's always good. You want to see that if you're a dividend investor. And Larry Fink says he believes there's a great need for everyone to be investing in the growth of America. I agree with that, obviously. But of course, a lot of these, CEOs, a lot of these big dogs, Jamie Dimon, the Larry Finks, they have their own, agendas. Obviously, he's saying that, you know what I mean? And I believe that too. Everybody should be investing in the future, the growth of America, especially if you live in America. But he would be saying that even if we were in, a depression, I mean, that's just how it goes. He said America is going to grow above trend over the next few years. So yeah, he's trying to, I guess, alleviate the concerns, the fears of investors out there that think, oh, America's cooked, America's not going to grow, America's in trouble. But yeah, I get it. It's Larry Fink, guys. But yeah, that's BlackRock, 5.5%. This one is also overbought. All of these are overbought that we're talking about today. All of them, except for SoFi. But BlackRock, man, is ripping, multi-month high, but I would wait for a pullback before getting into BlackRock, and maybe before it rides up to 1,200 plus. I think that's where we're going, guys, based on the chart here. So what do you think? It's an interesting day. Stocks are up. earnings are out. They were all pretty good. SoFi is waiting to break out like it has been. That's been the story. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Drop that subscribe button, or hit the subscribe button. What am I saying? Drop the subscribe button. Yeah. Freaking, leg drop the subscribe button, guys, and join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, my private Discord. All of that is linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.